All right, Congress getting back to work on tax reform after passing the biggest cuts to your taxes in decades.
But as the U.S. House and U.S. Senate head to conference, there are still big differences to reconcile to deliver a bill to America by Christmas.
And we don't even know who's going to be in the conference committee. GOP West Virginia Senator Shelley Capito joins us right now to vote for the tax reform plan this weekend. Of course, you did vote for it this weekend.
Absolutely.
And the question is, what the ultimate thing going to look like? So, Senator, you guys are on a bit of a high right now, but no time to high five.
No, but we are at the 10-yard line. We are on the way. I mean, I think we moved the Senate bill to look a little bit more like the House bill so we could iron out differences, I think, in an easy fashion. Some of the major differences are pretty much gone.
What's your biggest concern?
Well, time is always a problem. Mm-hmm. And the more time that goes, I think the more nitpicking and the more likelihood that one member or another may find a certain thing they don't like. So I think we need to be compact here. We need to have a good conference, listen to ideas, and move it forward as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm. So liberals are on the attack, and no surprise, on this GOP plan. They're actually invoking Jesus, the Bible. Isn't this the height of hypocrisy? I mean, these are the same people who promoted and supported Obamacare, which, hurt people's religious liberty, forced the Little Sisters of the Poor to, choose between insurance and their religious conscience.
Well, if I could just respond to that. I mean, I live in a state, West Virginia. Over the last 8 years during the Obama administration, our economy hit the tank. I didn't see people coming out calling, in a religious way how horrible this is, right, that people are out of a job and can't work. So I think what we need to keep focus on is getting this economy moving, getting people back to work, and that's where I prefer to put
You're so right. Millions of people fell into poverty under the Obama economy, and the liberals never talk about it.
Here's one of the tweets that Chelsea Handler, the comic, said. What Republicans did last night to the poor and middle class in this country to reward huge corporations and the very wealthy is sickening. So for all the religious beliefs you hold, rewarding the people who fund your campaigns must be somewhere in the Bible. She kind of touched on that, the same theme that the New York Times did as well, where this bill is just a boondoggle for the rich.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly. I live in, again, a state that's very middle class, struggles economically. 83% of the people that file in West Virginia use the standard deduction, use the child tax credit. Those are doubled. That's significant help.
In the new bill.
In the new bill.
Senator,
and then that's right at the working families.
And as we look at the two differences, we have a full screen with the Senate, some of the bullet points the Senate has and the House has, and how you guys got to work it out. Where's Joe Manchin on this? Joe Manchin believes in a lot of the things that passed in the Senate. Why have you talked to you about?
Absolutely talked to him a lot. It's a small state, and I've known Joe Manchin for years.
Is he close to coming along with it?
I was disappointed that he didn't vote with us, but there's still time. And
yeah, but looking at that list, anything that stands out, if I was to pick out one thing that the House has and the Senate has, or vice versa, that really think will be the sticking point, what do you think it'll be?
I think that maybe the estate tax full elimination and not. I think that's a negotiable event. I think all of the rest of those are pretty much in solid.
Wow.
Yes.
More winning.
Yes. We're going to get this across the finish line for sure.
All right, Senator.
Senator, thank you very much.
Great
to have you on the
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
Good to see you,
Rachel.
Willie.
All right, nice to see you, Senator.